Okay, good afternoon. Just popped to the woods on my beautiful little machine. This is my Honda CRF250L, and I love this thing to pieces. Before I had this, many years ago, I had a 1200 Bandit, which was absolutely superb bit of kit. I bought it. It wasn't damaged. It had an immobilizer on it, and I don't know what happened anyway. Anyway, I eventually got it going. Cut a long story short, and we were going down the bypass with a mate of mine who was a bit of a speed demon, and I clocked myself doing 140 mile an hour, and I will not be doing that ever again. So I sold the bike. Did it scare me? I suppose it did. Being a man, I will admit that. Yeah, it did. So a couple of years ago, my lad bought this. He wanted to play with bikes, and he decided to go for a slightly bigger one. So he said, do I want to buy it off him? So I purchased this off my lad at a very reasonable cost, and I am just showing you around it because I'm thinking of doing some camping fishing on her now. I don't use it enough. I ought to use it a bit more, and it's just absolutely phenomenal to ride. Where it's a 250 4-stroke, and it just handles like a dream. Now, some of you are going to criticise, I know you are, you're going to criticise the fact that I've done anything to it. All I've done is put a new stainless steel exhaust on the front. I think the bloke before me changed the front sprocket for fast acceleration. I'm not really bothered, it does what I want. The modifications I've done, I've put a bike rack on the back, dual purpose bike. So I put the rack on the back and I put a box. Excuse me, and you're probably thinking, oh no. But aesthetically, let's have a look. That doesn't look out of place. I'm sorry, that does not look out of place. So the reason why the rack was on the back is because the fuel tank. Because the distance that these things do are not a great deal. I mean, it depends on how you ride it, but you can get up to 150 if you're lucky. I would say 120 miles per tank. It's only a small tank. So that holds, I think, 7 litres. So that's way over a gallon. So that's extra. That's full at the moment. And the idea of the top box is it's going to house my tent and my sleeping bag. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a bit of camp, come fishing as well. I've got a phone holder one which needs replacing because it ripped, so it doesn't no longer seal. So you can see that I need to replace that. It's got a GoPro mount which I definitely will be using. So I need to change that so I can put because I've got about as much sense of direction as a blind seagull or a pigeon, whatever you want to use. I don't mind. If I was a pigeon, I wouldn't be here right now because I wouldn't be able to find my way here. And I'm not joking. There was a thing on Instagram recently, and they said to this woman, which way's north? And she said, whichever way I'm facing. And they just laughed at her and thought she was really stupid. I'm sorry, but I'm on your side, sweetie, because I haven't got a clue between my north, east, south or west. And I'm 65 this year, and I still haven't got a clue. I think London south where we are. Anyway. Whatever, don't really care. So she's right. I thought she was brilliant. Yep, whichever I'm facing is north. That, to me, is spot on. But yeah, so she's got radiator, keep fluid, make sure you got your fluid and your oil, and you got a bit of space underneath the seat. Nothing more. I've got a tool kit underneath the seat. So I'm going to purchase a new one of these. I don't know how much they are. I'm going to have a look for that. Oh, well, there you go. That says it all. It's even bust. Look. Oh, that wasn't very good. I'll take that off. Must have over tightened it, I think. Definitely me. Right, so that's buggered. Right, so yeah, so fuel inject. I didn't even know that, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't know that fuel injected bikes existed. I was absolutely chuffed. So where's the carb? He goes, it's fuel injected, Dad. And I was like, oh right. So it's fuel injected, electronic ignition. I mean, what more can you ask for? Seriously. Watch, okay, neutral, okay, engine on, and boom, straight away, loving it. And then you got your high and your low beam, which you probably know this side. I'm not lecturing. Horn, indicators, left and right, all working, brakes, everything works perfectly. I just couldn't believe it was electronic ignition. I didn't think they existed. There you go. That's what an old fart I am. Anyway, so I just thought I'd show you the bike itself, and the intentions are camping and a bit of fishing. So if you're up for that, please give a thumbs up or leave a comment down below. That would be fantastic, to say what you'd like to see. Probably going to the Welsh mountains and things like that. Probably take my lad with me as well. He's got the, what's he got? A BMW, I think it's an 850 GSF or something like that. I can't remember now. And when he bought it, he had a full pannion rack and box. But even he said that it's very top heavy. She's a big bike and it's really, really heavy. So we can do a little bit of, we do a bit of green laning, and this thing just goes anywhere and you can drop it like you wouldn't believe. But he's thinking changing it, and going for something like a TDM, or he did say what else, I'm not too sure, 400cc maybe, 600, but 250, fine. Does exactly what I want it to do. There we go, that's it. I just thought I'd do an intro to the bike. I think I've done one before, but there's no really big mods on it whatsoever, just the rack, the box, and that's about it really. So yeah, whatever you want to see, if you want to do some fishing and some camping, please leave it in the comments down below, and that's a definite must for this year. All right, take care, catch you in the next one.